now going to put the underlay and then start putting the floors down into this one. And I cannot tell you how happy I am with this room. My sister helped me. She gave me a light over there, which really makes a difference when I'm cutting out. And then she also gave me a light over here. And it is so nice to have enough light in this room. My sewing machines are on this table, the overlocker and the sewing machine, and I keep my cover stitch machine underneath here because I haven't built the shelf where I want to put it in the future. Down there, I will put a shelf and the cover stitch machine will live there unless I'm using it. Then my 2 chairs. These chairs were in my granny's house when I was little. And so when somebody said that they needed a home, I was the first to take them because I just love them. I also went and got myself one of these little trolleys. This one is actually quite flimsy, but I keep my cotton in ice cream containers, and this works really well because I can fit 2 containers on each level. And then there is my shelves. I don't put too much on it because when the table is wiggling, when I'm sewing, some of the things come flying off, but the things that's there stays there at the moment, so I'm quite happy with it there. And then I have a teapot with my brush to clean all the things, to turn things inside out, and another brush to clean the table. Over here is my weights for when I cut out, some extra cotton that didn't fit on my cotton holder, and that is my tags. It's large, small, large, extra large, and all of that. This was my granny's little sewing box, and I just love that it came to me. And it also keeps like my hooks and all the odds and ends that you need when you're sewing. And so that is my sewing station. This was a toolbox that has been in my family for many generations, and I keep like my punch, my scissors, some tape measures, and it just lives over there and it's perfect. Then there is this little shelf. I made this into a drawer by just using that grate, and in there is all my cotton floss and a few odds and ends like my bobbin winder and some bias tape makers and so on. This was my granny's box on my dad's side, and in there is buttons. And then over here is some ribbons. This one is for work that I need to do, and then I keep extra work there as well that I have to do. Down here is my elastic, and down there is all the fasteners and some vintage buttons. And then you have my little printer tray where I keep my vintage cottons, as well as some of these ones that I use a lot, and somebody threw them out, so they landed up with me. And that's my gallery wall of some of the cards that I got for my birthday and some of the paintings that friends made me. And there is my little shelf with also some odds and ends that I'm so happy I did not give away. And over here is my rail where I can hang the things I've worked on or that's done. And I also have like my ironing stuff, my sleeve ironing board. That's a lampshade that I have to fix. This lampshade I want to use as a base for a lampshade that I want to make for that side, the light that's hanging over there. And then I also have my table ironing board there. This is a magazine from, if I remember right, let's have a look if you can see, 9th of December 1911, and my friend framed it for me, and so it has a new place over there. And then that is the name of my label, and I used to use it at the markets, and there was this nail and it fitted perfectly. I filled some holes and I haven't painted them yet over here. But this is my cutting out table, and I've told you a few times that a friend made it for me. And then I paid for somebody to make the base, and the crates another friend and her husband made for me. And the friend who made the mirror also made me some chairs that I can sit at the table when I need to. And then that painting my mom made. And these are some spoons that a friend gave me. They're silver and I think they look so pretty over there. And then we come over to this shelf. There's my books for all the different sewing things, and there's some other books that I love. And I'm using my old iron as a book holder. In here is all my buckles. Up there is some curtain rings. And this is my smocking machine and some of the patterns that I use a lot. In here is my zips and just some extra fabric. This is my old sewing machine. It works kind of, but it's at the point where I don't really need to work on it, but I love exhibiting it. That was a cutting board that my brother made out of all different types of wood, and these are some more pattern books. Down here I have like beading, my ring light, my hem machine. This thing is actually really cool. You put some dust or some chalk in it, and then you can just pump it and do your hem. And I actually use it sometimes. This have some more buttons, and there is some pattern books. And down there, just some more fabrics. I use the bottom shelf for all my filing, and some of the files have patterns in, some have knitting patterns in, and some is training and stuff I did through the years. And then there is my fabrics. In here I made out of the machine case. I just put a light up and I use it for an exhibition place, because I can't use the shelves over there because the things fall out, and I just adore it. It is so pretty. This is some vintage lace, some odds and ends in my little kists, and these are awls, I think, if I remember right. And then that is actually a shawl pin. Then we move up here. That's my violin or interfacing that you iron on, and these are all patterns. And these boxes work really well for patterns, and I'll show you in a video in the near future how to cover boxes. So these are the paper boxes. You know, when you buy paper and you take out reels of paper, in the end you sit with the box and you throw them away. So at work I kept collecting them, and I actually ended up doing my whole sewing room, all my storage in these boxes. And so this is my sewing room. One more place that I want to show you is my curves, my Seamstress curves, and my ruler. These two little things, I don't have a space for them at the moment, but I think they're pretty, so they can live there. Some of the medals I got when I did half marathons. And then this, my friend got me one here, and they just look so pretty over here. And another friend made this little shelf for me. And so my sewing room is finally set up, and I am so happy with it. I use an old painter's bucket or just a normal bucket for my bin. And I love that I can use the things that I have to make this place work for me. I have a dress form, and this is her stand, but she's in a box behind there because I still need to put her together. And then in this corner, I keep my tools, like my broom, because I love cleaning after a big project. My iron board, I still need to cover it. That's a shelf that I want to put up here somewhere. I think it's going to go in this corner so that I can put my iron on it. At the moment, my iron is living in there, but that's not the perfect spot for it. And so I want to thank each of you who came along on this journey. There were a lot of ups and some real downs, but I'm so happy that I persevered and kept the vision. I love that I painted the beams dark brown so it looks like the wood. I was going to sand them back, but that was just going to be too much work. And so in the end, I settled for painting them. I also love that I saved up to get the shelves behind me and the rail that I really wanted. And for me, when I walk into this space, it's not just about sewing. It's about all the things that's in here that tell stories. And the stories of my life, like the sewing machine that's over there, when I did upholstery. I did an internship in upholstery, and the lady gave me that sewing machine. The little sewing machine over there, my friend Elizabeth from America gave that to me, and I actually traveled with it in my suitcase because I loved it so much. The little printer tray with all the things, and then my sewing machines. This was my granny's sewing machine, and I'm so thankful that I now can actually sew on it. And as I said in one of the previous videos about the sewing room, it is so easy to go and buy the things you want and set it up according to what you want. But sometimes, for me, I feel like it's more me than anything else that I could go and buy by collecting the things or using the things that I've collected through the years. And yes, it is maybe a bit cluttered, and yes, it is a bit vintage or cottagey, but that is my style, and that's the things I love. And so I would like to know, what type of style of sewing space do you like? Are you modern? Are you more contemporary? Are you completely maximalist or minimalist? I would really like to know how your sewing room looks like, and the things that you love that works for you in your sewing room. What works for me in this sewing room really well is that I have this table, and that this table was actually specifically made for me to sew on. It also works really well that I have this table to cut out on, because I've cut out on many places, and this is so comfortable and so easy to use. I love that everything is on wheels, so I can just move the table out to get around it. But when I don't want it in the middle of the room, I can move it back, and then I have all the space to work. I love my little vignette over there and in the old sewing machine box, and that I have all the things that has been part of my life for so long that I can put in there. My counseling rooms and editing space, I think it is the best thing ever. Some people might look at it and say it's over the top, but for me, that is something that gives me that feeling of a hug. If you stuck around till now, then thank you very much. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you are sewing on, what your plans is for the future, and the things in your sewing room that makes you happy. This is the last episode of Fixing Up My Sewing Space, and I thank each of you for coming along on this adventure. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. The Seamstress at the Cottage, where every mess becomes a masterpiece eventually.